it's Emily Kaufman, the travel mom. It's time for another travel talk. Well, I pride myself on visiting a lot of places, but today's guest definitely has seen more amazing locations than anyone else I'm familiar with. He's also held the key to more fantasy suites than I'll ever know what to do with. Today, I'm really excited to be talking with Chris Harrison. Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
It's going well. Where are you today?
I am in, well, I was going to say Bora Bora. I'm not. No, I'm just home. I am home in Los Angeles, California, where I'm quarantined with my kids and, just trying to get through this like everybody else, unfortunately.
Oh, definitely. I understand. So while I know you have seen some spectacular locations all around the world, I'm wondering, when you, just as Chris Harrison, travel, what do you look for in a vacation?
Yeah, that's a great question because, I think it is important to know what you like and what you respond well to. And I've definitely learned a lot about myself as I have traveled because of the show. And it really has been a blessing. To back up just a little bit, I didn't travel at all as a child. My parents, we just didn't have any money growing up. And I grew up in Texas. And so basically anywhere we could drive, mostly around Texas, that's the only place I went for most of my childhood. And so being able to travel the way I have around with The Bachelor, we have been around the world, I don't know how many times. It really has been this amazing blessing. But, I think it's important to learn as you travel. And one thing I know about myself, I'm not a big touristy guy. And I don't really do a lot of research. And that sounds terrible, but I don't go in and say, okay, where are the places I have to go? Where are the places like, so let's say Rome, for example. And it's probably not a great example because I think you need to see some of these sites, but I'm not a big, get on a big tour bus, get on a big boat with 1,000 people. I like to be off the beaten path.
That makes total sense to me. My husband's the same way. I'm happy to be on a cruise ship with all the people, but I love to get off in each port and then go do my own thing and explore. So when it comes to traveling, let's say with your kids, do you have any memories that come to mind as being terrific travel experiences?
Well, it's funny when people ask me about The Bachelor, like, what are things you remember? Like, what are the most memorable seasons? And, what's funny is I don't think of television. I actually think of travel and I think of my family because they have grown up together. My son was born when I got this show 18 years ago, and my daughter was born a couple years later. And so I vividly remember during Travis Stork season, we were living in Paris, and we had this great apartment, this flat in District 16, about, I don't know, quarter mile and half mile from the Trocadero. And every night we would walk down and we would, as my kids called them, chocolate tacos, but crepes, and watch the lights, light up at the Eiffel Tower. And I remember my kids swinging on the Eiffel Tower. And then a year later, we shot in Italy, and we were in this amazing city about 40 minutes outside of Rome called Frascati. And it's where Romans kind of get out of the city to vacation. A lot of olive trees and wineries and stuff like that. It's this quaint little town. And we lived out there for 2 months while we shot the show. And, it's those moments of sitting on the church steps, eating gelato and pizza with my kids. And again, not touristy stuff. I really enjoy the little simple things.
No, I agree with you completely. I think the greatest gift we can give our children is travel. Well, one of the greatest gifts is travel, and show them that the entire world is a plane ride away. It's how we learn about different cultures and different languages. And it also helps me to understand people so much better. So when this is over and the time is right, is there anywhere you'd like to visit?
I love Italy. I'm such a fan of and Italy. Actually, I should just say Europe. But Italy, Greece, go back to Prague, go back to London. I love Europe. I'm a big soccer fan as well, so I can't wait for the soccer leagues to get back going again. And I've been fortunate while we've been traveling overseas to go to some great soccer games. And so I miss that. I miss that. I miss other cultures. I miss other food. I miss other people. And you're right. I've really prided myself on getting my kids out around the world, exposing them to people that don't look like them, don't sound like them, don't act like them, don't eat like them. And so my kids embrace it. And when they see other things, it's not shocking to them. Now they just are really curious and like, oh, I wonder what that's like. And should I try that? And so that education it's not better than books. It's not more important than school. I just think it just makes you a more well-rounded, understanding, empathetic human being.
I agree with you completely. And Chris, my whole goal is to empower, inspire, encourage people to step out of their comfort zones and have new experiences through travel. So thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your travel story with everyone.
Yeah, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. I encourage people to, when I'm, say we're in Asia or something, it's like, go to a street vendor and try something you've never tried before. Eat a cricket, eat something. Trust me, it's not going to kill you. I've eaten some wild things around the world. And, sometimes it's not a great experience, but it's a good story. And then sometimes it is the most amazing experience you've ever had. And it's something you'll cherish for the rest of your life. So I also agree, get your kids out there, get out of your comfort zone. Don't just always go to a beach. Don't just always go to whatever you're comfortable with. Go try something new.
Couldn't agree more. Chris, thank you so, so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Stay safe.
You too. Bye-bye.